Okay, now today's topic is about eddy current. Now what is that? Previously we have seen such type of diagram. That is, your cross point indicate uniform magnetic field B whose direction is inside the paper and perpendicular to the plane of the board. Then we have seen there is a coil. That coil we are saying that A, B, C, D coil we are kept inside the uniform magnetic field. Right? Now, what change we are going to do here? Instead of a coil having four sides, now I am going to consider a solid rectangular plate as a A, B, C, D. This solid rectangular plate is kept in the uniform magnetic field. Now, what is the initial thing? Your solid rectangular plate is at rest in the uniform magnetic field. So, field is uniform, coil is at rest, no change in magnetic flux. Therefore, there will be no induced current. But if I start moving this solid plate away from the magnetic field with certain velocity v, means now area swept from the magnetic field, this area of the solid plate swept out from the magnetic field goes on decreasing. So as the area in the magnetic field goes on decreasing, means there is a change in magnetic flux, and due to that change in magnetic flux there will be a production of current. Now inside the solid plate, current production means what? Whatever number of free electrons present inside this solid plate, that electrons start moving in one particular direction, and that electron starts circulating inside this rectangular plate in the circular form. So the motion of electron inside the solid plate in the circular format gives rise to a concept which is to be called as your eddy current. So what is eddy current? When any conductor is kept moving in the uniform magnetic field. So due to that there is a change in magnetic flux. Due to that change in magnetic flux, the electrons present inside that conductor start circulating along one particular direction, and that circulating currents are to be called as your eddy current. Now due to this eddy current, when currents start flowing, there will be a production of heat energy. Just now in the previous topic we have seen energy transfer. Your mechanical energy will get converted into heat energy. Now which mechanical energy is here? You are pulling out the plate from the uniform magnetic field. So this pulling force gives us a mechanical energy. So that mechanical energy will get converted into heat energy. Clear? Now same concept I can utilize, but slightly instead of solid plate, now I can say that I have taken one pivoted metallic plate having certain poles like your bar pendulum, and now I am going to keep this bar pendulum or metallic plate with pole will be swing inside this uniform magnetic field. It will perform oscillation. So it will work like a pendulum. One end of the pendulum will be pivoted, and if I start giving motion to this pendulum, means now your metallic plates start moving inside the uniform magnetic field. So what happens? When this metallic plate will be away from the uniform magnetic field, there is a decrease in magnetic flux. Therefore, induced current is present, but in the opposite direction. When that pendulum will come inside the magnetic field, so there is an increase in magnetic flux. So the induced current rapidly goes on increasing. So there is a continuously, the pendulum will come in the field, going away from the field. So there is a continuous change in the magnetic flux. And due to that change in magnetic flux, the mechanical energy will get transferred into the heat energy. So slowly in one swing all energy will not get transferred. As the number of swings in get converted into heat energy. And after some time it is found that this pendulum whose temperature rises. The pendulum will become warmer. Its temperature rises. Why? Because mechanical energy will get converted into heat energy. Then there is a third point, that is, if I am considering that again uniform magnetic field, and now I am taking a solid metallic plate in the form of slots. So like that manner I have taken a slotted solid metallic tube. Now why it is so? There is a reason. Now what is the reason behind that? When this metallic plate will be inside this uniform magnetic field, then the area of that metallic plate, which will be yellow chalk shaded area, only this much area through which there is a change in magnetic flux, and therefore the production of eddy current magnitude will goes on decreasing. Why? Because now less area is obtained to the electron to circulate. So the magnitude of eddy current will goes on reducing. Because through this slotted area, there will be no change in magnetic flux. The change in magnetic flux area will goes on changing, because your definition of phi is what? Phi is equal to B into A. Here, due to slot, the area through which there is a change in magnetic flux, the area will goes on decreasing. Area decreases means magnetic flux change will goes on decreasing. Magnetic flux decreases means introduction of induced current magnitude will also goes on decreasing. And like that manner we can reduce the effect of eddy current. So somewhere in the industrial purpose, whenever we are using a eddy current, but we want to avoid the extra heating of that metallic plate. So to avoid that extra heating of metallic plate, we can use, instead of a complete solid metallic plate, I can use a slotted plate of metal. So this is one of the application of eddy current. So to avoid that disadvantage, क्या disadvantage है? That is, when any metallic plate will be oscillating, then mechanical energy will get fully converted into heat energy. So the temperature of that metallic plate will goes on increasing. There is excessive heating of that metallic plate. To avoid that excessive heating, instead of a continuous solid metallic plate, we can take a metallic plate in the form of slots. So this is about your eddy. Now, in the same lecture, I am going to introduce one more term, and that term is nothing but, that is, in uniform magnetic field. Here I can show this is my uniform magnetic field, whose direction is perpendicular to the plane of paper. And here I am going to keep one rod. This is one of the rod whose one end is pivoted. So I can say, I will show the higher length, larger rod like this, whose one end is pivoted in the magnetic field. And now we are going to keep this rod rotating in the anti-clockwise sense in a magnetic field like this manner. So now I will say that I will consider a small element from this rod. Let's consider the total length of the rod is indicated by L. I have considered this small element whose length is nothing but dr. And when this rod will start rotating inside this uniform magnetic field, so there is a change in magnetic flux, and due to that change in magnetic flux, there will be a production of EMF. So what I can say that our topic is motional EMF in rotating bar. Your bar is in the form of rotational. So or I can say that motional EMF in the rotational. In the rotational bar. So now, here I can consider small length of the bar having length dr, is rotating in the uniform magnetic field. So there will be a production of eddy current, induced current. Due to that induced current, there will be a development of small EMF, dE. While previous lecture, we have seen EMF induced in the conducting bar is nothing but BLV. This is the formula. Using that formula, small EMF induced in a small element having length dr. So instead of L, now I am going to replace by dr. So what I am getting? V into d. This is nothing but a small EMF. Therefore, total EMF E, which is equal to integration of dE, where your integration limits are, the length of the rod will start from pivot end, means I can consider 0, and the other end of the rod ends at the L. So the integration limits are from 0 to L. So here I can write integration limits are from 0 to L. BV, then dr. So this is nothing but as your, I can consider it as nothing but as your induced EMF. Now for that purpose, now I have to integrate this expression. Now for integration of that experiment, now we are going to consider, now if I integrate this, I will write down as a BV and there is a integration. So integration of this dr, that I am going to write down here, and in that integration of dr, I am going to substitute the limiting values, and in that limiting values I am going to put the certain concept. So now here for this V, I am going to replace this V. Here V, while we are knowing that V is equal to R omega according to rotational motion, according to circular motion. Because this rod is rotating, rod is performing a uniform circular motion. So instead of V, I can substitute R omega. So what I am writing? B uniform magnetic field out of integration 0 to L. Instead of V, I will write down omega R dr. Now this rod is rotating with uniform speed omega. Means omega is also a constant quantity. So that omega should be taken out of integration. So B omega integration of 0 to L R dr. Now R dr, integration of R dr is nothing but R square by 2. So integration I can write down B omega R dr integration is nothing but R square by 2 and integration limits are from 0 to L. Therefore now I can write down induced EMF can be written as B omega and in the place of variable as R square I can put the upper limit. So upper limit is L square upon 2 and the lower limit is 0, so 0 by 2. Means now in that rotating bar I am getting EMF introduced is nothing but 1 by 2 V omega L square. So this is nothing but the EMF produced inside the rotating bar through a uniform magnetic field, and this is the EMF produced in the conducting bar when that conducting bar of length L is moving through a magnetic field with velocity V. Here bar is moving out of the magnetic field with linear velocity omega, linear velocity V, and here rod is rotating, it is performing a rotational motion inside the uniform magnetic field. Therefore this EMF is in terms of omega. So this is the difference. Why here V terms come? Because conducting bar is moving with linear path with velocity V, and here bar is rotating with angular velocity omega. So this is the difference. Fine? Any doubt? Clear. Thank you.